said is very interesting. So I have to ask, before we go, because of what you were able to experience firsthand in your trip to Japan and wanting to come and share so much with us about what you realized about the Reiki and symbols in day-to-day life, is there anything else that you want to make sure that we, as teachers and practitioners, really get to know or understand? Anything that you learned or what you were exposed to?
Maybe the Seiheki and compassion and Kannon.
Yes, okay.
Talk about?
Yes. We talked now in our conversation sometimes about the mental healing symbol, and we also did this little practice, so maybe it's very interesting, because we in the temple you can find the older version of the Seiheki, and this is like your journey with the symbols started over 20 years, 30 years ago.
In the mid-90s.
In the 90s, yes. Because Mark came to a temple and there he saw the symbol, and then he thought, oh, this is very similar to the Seiheki symbol. And
are you talking about the free, or is it something else?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you like to show that while you're talking about it?
Do we have
I have an image of it. I can show it just in case while you're talking. Yes.
Yes. Ah, okay, wonderful.
Oh, yes.
That's great.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yes. This symbol, it is very important because it is related to a very famous spirit. So there are different spirits which are related to this symbol, so you don't just have one symbol and one spirit. There can be different spirits, but in this case the tree is related to Kannon, and I have here, this is the Bodhisattva of compassion. Here a card from a Zen monk. Can you see?
Yes.
And Kannon is very famous in Japan. So this Bodhisattva of compassion, the Japanese people love Kannon. And I think that this was not different at the times of Usui. So I think this is a Japanese phenomenon, that they are very in love with Kannon, and you also can feel this in the culture. There's a culture of compassion where people are very, very friendly, and so I think that for Usui, Kannon was this idea of compassion, and Kannon was very present and important to him. So that he wanted that the Reiki practitioners had a symbol which connected them with Kannon, and so he made the mental healing symbol so that we can use this to clear our minds and the heart, because this is what Kannon does in Buddhism. It is important that we clear the mind and the heart so that we can have a very good life, because otherwise there are many things which are not so good, and then it can be very difficult that we come to real happiness. And so in the mental healing symbol we have this relation to the Bodhisattva, and of course we can also use the symbol and all symbols and Reiki to other persons. So we see how important this idea of compassion is in Japan. So we use it for ourselves, this is self-compassion, and for other persons. And this is very, very important. And Kannon is has different forms. So in the card we see it's a normal person, but there is also Kannon with 11 heads, and then Kannon with 11 heads and 1,000 arms. And the Seiheki is related to the Kannon with 1,000 arms, because when you have so many arms, then you can do a lot of compassionate actions. And I think that this shows how important this idea of compassion is in Japan and for Usui, and also in Reiki. And it's not a difference between ourselves and other persons. So everyone needs compassion, and we should to be good to ourselves and also to all other living beings, because we are connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love that. I think it's one of my favorite things about the system, because a lot of people hear energy healing and they think it's just laying of hands. But within the system, all of these beautiful teachings, as you say, like the purifying of our heart minds and being more compassionate, more loving, and recognizing this, the presence of this life force in all things. I think even that gives us a different kind of awareness of how we show up in life every day. Yeah.